was literally having a panic attack and crying and like I felt like I really just ruined my face. You guys see the highlight reel. The highlight reel is my hubby of 3 years. It is my birthday, long time no see. So today is July 2nd and I've just got done doing a little bit of shopping. I went and got some Starbucks, went to Barnes & Noble and got a book. Let me just turn this down to 1. Went to H&M here and I got like some little essentials and whatnot. And then I also picked up my birthday gift. Yeah, I just came on here because one, I have not filmed since March, so this is very, very new again. It feels like I'm filming my first YouTube video again, but in all seriousness, I wanted to give a quick message of, if you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, that's fine, but I'll just show like the pictures I posted. So basically, my birthday is today, but I have the day off. My husband doesn't, so he did a lot of the activities on Sunday. So he took me to get coffee. We tried a new coffee spot and it was so good. And then he took me to get a pedicure. See, I don't want to be weird, but like, got a pedicure. And then yeah, there's people driving by, I don't want to be weird, but yeah, I got a pedicure. I did Ferrari red because I've been doing French tip for like, I don't know, like 3 months. He took me to get my nose pierced. I had it pierced back in college from like late 2015 to late 2018. And so I had it for 3 years. It was completely healed. Then he surprised me with brunch with some of my girls. So that
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brooke. Happy birthday to you.
So that was really, really fun. I just want to say, like, it was the best day ever. Like, I just had such an amazing time, and I just love surprises. And so I feel like my husband does a really good job of loving me in that way, of like surprising me and just being thoughtful. Like getting coffee and like sitting outside and it's like hot and the sun's blazing, like that is like such a fun date for me. So this is going to be a vulnerable video. So a lot of people see like the highlight reels of like life and people's posts and everything, but what you guys don't see is like the behind the scenes. And there's something that I've like really struggled with for a majority of my life, is I feel like every time something good happens in my life, the enemy tries to steal, kill, and destroy. Like he tries to take my joy. And so it's just something that I've been wrestling with. And basically the night before our surprise, like the surprises and stuff that my husband had planned for me, I had this weird dream. And like, I do get dreams from God. So like, obviously, if God can speak to me through dreams, I also know that the enemy can try to come in and speak to me that way as well. And so I had got this dream that I went to a tattoo parlor. And for those of you who don't know, I don't have any tattoos. Tattoos is just something that I don't think I will ever get. I'm not against them, but for me, I'm just a very indecisive person. And if I regret it, I'm gonna have to like go get it removed. So like, or I would like get tired of it and like want to take it off, but you can't because it's stuck, you know. So but yeah, I had this dream that I had like, I don't know, like 15 to 30 tattoos of like just ugly stuff, like journal entries like tattooed over me, like all this stuff, and it just looked like terrible. And I was like, oh my gosh, babe, I hate this, I don't like this. And he was like, well, like they didn't do like the tattoo, like the test thing, like they actually did the needle. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. And then I was just like, after that in the dream, I was like in this deep state of regret. Now keep in mind, I didn't know I was going to be getting my nose pierced the next day. So like, I wasn't really putting 2 and 2 together. I was like, that was just such a weird dream. Like I was like, babe, look, guess what I dreamed about last night? And I told him, I've been mentioning like, and everybody who knows me knows, like I already have like 2, I have 3 on this side, but I don't have an earring in this one. So I've been wanting to like get my third holes in my ears, or I wanted to get my nose re-pierced. And so like I've been saying that, but like, and I was like, maybe I'll do it on my birthday today, like on my day off, but I didn't know I was going that day. on Sunday. And so we went to the tattoo place and everything, and I know this is like a lot, but if you stick with me, you will get the gist of this. Long story short, they could not re-pierce in the same spot. And the reason for that is if you have scar tissue and stuff, it could affect the healing process. Your body may reject the piercing, and they just advise not to do that. And I was like, dang, I really wanted them to just re-pierce in the same spot so that I don't, like, you know, have another like piercing spot or whatever. And they didn't recommend that I do that. So I was like, okay, cool, like, can you just get it as close as possible, which it is very close. It's very close, like you can't even like see the other spot, and the other spot healed. Like, I've never really had piercing issues, so it literally just looks like a little mole, you know. But immediately when I got in the car, like, I loved it, but when I got in the car, like, that fear that I had from that dream, it set in, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't do enough research. I should have like went and found somebody who could just pierce it in that spot, and all these different things like just set in, and I was like, now I'm like stuck forever. And I just went down this rabbit trail. So not immediately the rabbit trail, because I did go to the brunch and I was really enjoying it and everything, but I woke up in the middle of the night, like heart pounding out of my chest, and just then I started Googling, like, how long should I, like if I take this piercing out now, will it like close up, and then I can just go find somebody who will re-pierce and all the things. And I literally like told Danzel, who's my husband, if you're new or you haven't seen me in a while, and he was like, I feel like the enemy is trying to steal your joy, because as soon as I told him, like, I feel like I regret this piercing, even though it looks fabulous, it looks great, he was like, I feel like the enemy is trying to steal your joy. And that I just burst into tears, because I'm just like, dang, like, he really is. Because like, instead of me like focusing on the fact that I'm walking in community, like, I have like, I don't know, like, I have so many friends, like, I have so many Christian friends, and married couples, engaged couples, dating couples. Like, I have such a beautiful community. And if you didn't know this, like, from 2018 of graduating college in August until now, like, we have been on the hunt. Like, well, I've been on the hunt, but then when I got married, we've been on the hunt too, like, to find a church home, to find a community. I've felt like I have not had friends for such a long time. So like, instead of focusing on that and the fact that my husband really did that, like, he really did that, and he's so thoughtful and so loving, and my toes is cute, I'm over here bawling my eyes out for the whole work day yesterday about how I just made this huge mistake, and how like piercings, you can obviously take a piercing out, but depending on how long you leave it in, it does leave like a permanent dot, like, or like if you were to like get the eyebrow piercings or whatever, you know, depending on the gauges and stuff, like they can leave like holes in your skin. So I was like, I don't want to have another hole in my nose. Like, I'm over here bawling my eyes out. Like, I literally had to like go separate out clothes, and like separate out products, and organize the house, and go for walks, and all this stuff. And the Lord just spoke to me, and he was like, that is a spirit of fear and anxiety. That is not from me. That is not from me, and that's not you, girl. Like, the enemy is trying to steal your joy, and if you continue to do this, like, you're gonna let him. And I'm gonna look back at my birthday, my 28th birthday, and be like, dang, like, I was so sad. And I was gonna actually not go last night to, I'm not gonna say the name of the ministry, because I don't want to like give away my location and stuff like that. I'm trying to practice better, what's the word, social media protection, I don't know, social media etiquette. Like, I'm not about to be saying like I go to this church and this is where I serve at and all that stuff. Like, I want to be very careful. But yeah, basically we were feeding the homeless, and we get to minister to them. And I was gonna just stay home. Danzel had already went because he had to meet with the pastor. So I was like, I'm not gonna leave early and go with him. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just not going at all. I'm just gonna stay at home. And the Lord told me to just look up deliverance from like anxiety, and the people started praying in this video. Like, I mean, this is literally a TikTok video I was watching, and I just felt this lightness come over me. Like, I didn't even open my mouth. I didn't even have the words to speak, but just somebody on TikTok. So this is a word for you. If you feel like the Lord is leading you to internet ministry, like, it is very impactful. Like, people are getting delivered and set free in their homes. Like, I literally, somebody prayed for me on TikTok, and just immediately, all of these thoughts that I was dealing with, they no longer had authority over me. They no longer had control over me. And then my husband had sent me a text and he was like, hey, you know, I just prayed for you. You know, I'm really worried about you. He's like, at least try to get outside, get some sunshine, get some steps. And something just told me, just get dressed. Get up, get dressed, and go. And then when I literally went to pull up to the place, Denzel, he had come out to the parking lot because he had to get something out of the car. So when I pulled up because I got there late, he was outside and I got to like see him and give him a hug and like give him a kiss, and like we walked in together. But this is like the stuff that people don't see on social media. You guys wouldn't know that I literally was like having, and this is how I know like this was not me, because I've never really been a huge anxiety, like anxiety was not the hugest part of my testimony. For me, there was a lot of other things, which that video, I know you guys want to see the video, but the Lord is really doing a lot in me right now, and I don't want to prematurely share my testimony and like, you know, so I'm just not ready for that yet, and I don't think the Lord has given me the green light. Anywho, but yeah, I was like, this is how I know it's not me, because I've never struggled with panic attacks and stuff like that. Like, I was literally having a panic attack and crying and like I felt like I really just ruined my face, like really ruined my face. And the Lord, like after I watched that video, I just felt so much better. You guys see the highlight reel. The highlight reel is my hubby of 3 years. He done thought up this surprising thing. I mean, he invited my girlfriends from different cities to come have brunch with me. He took me to get a pedicure. He not only did he take me to get a pedicure, he sat there with me and talked with me and the pedicure people in the salon, like very thoughtful. He did all those things for me that day, and that's what people are seeing, but you don't get to see the behind the scenes of how the enemy really will come and kill, steal, and destroy your moments in life if you let him. And I really feel like this is a word for somebody, because I've heard so many people in their wedding planning season or in their engagement season where like they're just getting attacked left and right and left and right, and it's like that is such an exciting and joyful, it should be, season. But sometimes the enemy, he doesn't like marriage, because for one, marriage depicts God in the church. Like, we are his bridegroom and he is the groom. Like marriage is so beautiful, and he doesn't like that. The enemy, he does not like you to be happy at all. He wants you to be depressed. He wants you to not get excited about events. He wants you to be like, oh, like this is just another birthday, like not feel special and loved and celebrated on your birthday. Like for a long time, I would always feel like, oh my gosh, like nobody loves me, nobody really cares about me on my birthday. That's the devil. And so if you're seeing people like post their highlight reels and stuff, like I want you to know, like we're real humans too. Influencers are real humans too. We have our hard days. Like you could see a post and it's not fake, like it was a beautiful day, it really was. But like the behind the scenes and the stuff that people don't get to see, I think we need to do a better job of sharing that from a place of victory, because there are people that get on the internet and trauma dump, and that's toxic. But like from a place of like sharing my testimony and how I've overcome and how I'm just in a better place and how I experience the same things that you guys do. What should be a great day, the enemy can really come in and try to steal, kill, and destroy. But my birthday is going great. I'm having a great birthday. It is 1:30. Denzel said to be ready by 6 o'clock. So I got my little press-ons. I'm gonna go home. Okay, it's not gonna focus, but basically they are the Olive and June press-on nails in the color Chocolate Syrup Gradient. I can insert a picture, but yeah, I'm gonna go home, put some press-ons on, go outside, enjoy the sun, and be ready by 6 o'clock for my man to love on me. And I'm just very, very excited, and I feel the joy of the Lord today. Hey guys, so it's Editing Brooke here, and I also wanted to come back in with how I knew that the Lord had been speaking to me about this. So Denzel had surprised me and took me to this restaurant called J. Alexander's. It was really, really good, But when we ordered our food, basically, long story short, we wanted different size than what came with it, but they gave us the wrong, so they basically gave us the wrong food. We ended up only having like the meat portion, and we had to wait on our sides for like a good 15 minutes. And normally, like, that would have just been like, dang, like the whole dinner is ruined, like throw it away. And it's just like, even the waiter, like, he was getting really upset. He was like, I'm so sorry, like, your birthday, it should be perfect, like, I'm so sorry. And like, I could tell, like, he was like physically like getting emotional and frustrated. He was like, I want your birthday to be perfect, you deserve so much better. But literally, I was so calm and at peace, and I really feel like the Lord gave me peace that surpasses all understanding, because normally I would have been like, dang, like, it's my birthday, y'all need to get this right. And like, when he gave us the bill, he had took some things off. It was just, that's just honestly how I knew the Lord was just letting me know, like, the enemy will come to steal, kill, and destroy, but to fear not, because Jesus has overcome all these things. In life, we will have trouble, but to fear not, because I have overcome these things. Jesus said that. He said that in his word. And so it's something that's it's very easy in theory to say and quote the scripture or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, it takes going through these hard circumstances to realize that you will be okay. So yeah, back to the video. So if that's something that you struggle with when like exciting events happen, if that's something that you struggle with when like these big life moments happen where the enemy tries to steal your joy, like when you look back at like big events in your life, all you can see is like what the enemy stole from you, I really pray that this video blesses you, because at 28, it took me 28 years to like encounter this, of like, a lot of times big events, like, they don't always go how you think. Like, there is going to be a hiccup. For my fellow perfectionists or people who struggle with perfectionism, just know, like, hey, something's not gonna go as planned. It's okay. It doesn't mean that the day is ruined. It doesn't mean that you have nothing to look forward to. You know, it just means that it's life, and you can still find joy in the midst of storms. So I pray that this blesses somebody. Long time no see. I've been pre-filming a lot of things. I have a hair tutorial, because I did semi straighten my hair for our 3-year anniversary and to give myself a trim, so I have that. I have a couple of shorts that I've pre-filmed, so I have been filming, I just have not posted them. So please bear with me, and I pray that you guys love this video, and until next time, bye guys.